Going to continue the reading of Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta. We are in Madhya-līlā chapter 25. The residents of Vārāṇasī become Vaiṣṇavas. And we will start today with text 173. This is after Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu converted all the residents of Vārāṇasī, including very prominent Mayavadi sannyasi, Prakāṣananda Saraswati, and all his disciples, which were like thousands. I read somewhere 60,000 disciples he has, something like that. So now we continue. I'm just going to read. Jai Jai Śrī Caitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Śrī Advaita Chandra Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta ki Jai, Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu ki Jai, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai, Srila Gurudev ki Jai, Shri Guru Gauranga Sundar Radha Giridhar ki Jai. Vārāṇasī grame jodi kolahala haila suni grami desiloka asite lagila. After the news of these events was broadcast, everyone from the surrounding neighborhoods began to pour in to see Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu. So the event that he converted all the Vārāṇasī residents. Laksa koti loka aise nahika ganana sankirna stane prabhura napaya darashana. Hundreds and thousands of people came to see Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu. There was no counting the number, because the Lord's residence was very small. Not everyone could see him. Prabhu jave snane jana visvara darasane duidike loka kore Prabhu bilokane. When Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu went to take his bath in the Ganges and to see the temple of Visvesvara, people could line up on both sides to see the Lord. Bahutule Prabhu kohe, bolo Krishna Hari, dandavat kore, loke Hari, duani kori. When Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu passed by the people, he would raise his arms and say, "Please chant Krishna, please chant Hari." All the people received him by chanting Hare Kṛṣṇa, and they offered their respects to him by this chanting. Ei mata dina pancha loka nistariya aradina chalila Prabhu udvigna hanya. In this way, for 5 days, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu delivered the people of Vārāṇasī. Finally, on the next day, he became very eager to leave. Ratre uti Prabhu jodi karila gamana pachelag laila tabe bhakta pancha jana. After rising very early on the 6th day, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu started to leave, and 5 devotees began to follow him. Tapana Mishra, Raghunatha, Maharashtriya Brahmana, Chandrasekhara, Kirtaniya Paramananda, Pancha Jana. These 5 devotees were Tapana Mishra, Raghunath, the Maharashtrian Brahmana, Chandrasekhara, and Paramananda Kirtaniya. Sabe chahe Prabhu sange nila chala jaite sabara vidaya dila Prabhu jatna sahite. These 5 wanted to accompany Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu to Jagannath Puri, but the Lord attentively bade them farewell. Janra icha pache aisa amare dekite ebe ami eka jamu jarikanda pate. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu said, "If you want to see me, you may come later. But for the time being, I shall go alone through the Jarikanda forest." Sanatane kahila. Tumi jaha Vrindavana, tumara dui bai, tata karijache gamana. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu advised Sanatana Goswami to proceed towards Vrindavan, and he informed him that his two brothers had already gone there. Canta Karangilla Mora, Kangala Bhaktagana, Vrindavane Aile Tandera, Kariha Palana. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu told Sanatana Goswami, all my devotees who go to Vrindavan are generally very poor. They each have nothing with them but a torn quilt and a small water pot. Therefore, Sanatana, you should give them shelter and maintain them. Eta boli Chalila Prabhu Sava Alingija Sabei Padila Tata Murchita Hanya. After saying this, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu embraced them all, and began to proceed on his way, and they all fainted and fell down. Katak Sanet Uti Sabe Duke Gore Isla Sanatana Goswami Vrindavanera Chalila. After some time, all the devotees got up and returned to their homes, very much grief-stricken. Sanatana Goswami proceeded towards Vrindavan alone. So the devotees were very sad to leave the Lord's company.
Yes.
Eta Rupa Goswami Jave Mathura Aila Dhruva Gate Tanre Subudhi Raya Milila. When Rupa Goswami reached Mathura, he met Subudhi Rai on the banks of the Yamuna at a place called Dhruva Ghat. Purve Jave Subudhi Raya Chila Gaude Adhikari Husena Khan Saijada Kore Tahara Chakari. Formerly, Subudhi Rai had been a big landholder in Gaudadesh, Bengal. Sayyada Hussain Khan was then a servant of Subudhi Rai. Digi Kodaite Tare Munsipa Kaila Chidra Panya Raje Tara Chabuka Marila. Subudhi Rai put Hussain Khan in charge of digging a big lake, but once finding fault with him, he struck him with a whip. Pache Jave Husena Khan Gaude Raja Haila, Subudhi Rajera Tingho Bahu Badaila. Later, Hussain Khan somehow or other was appointed Nawab by the central Mohammedan government. As a matter of obligation, he increased the opulences of Subudhi Rai. Tara Street Tara Ange Deke Mara Nera Ichine Subudhi Rajera Marite Kahe Raya Stane. Later, when the wife of Nawab Sayyada Hussain Khan saw the whip marks on his body, she requested him to kill Subudhi Rai. Raya Kohe, Amara Posta Raya Haya Pita, Tahare Marimu Ami Bala Nahe Kata. Hussain Khan replied, Subudhi Rai has maintained me very carefully. He was just like a father to me, he said. Now you're asking me to kill him. This is not a very good proposal. Sri Kohe, Jati Laha, Jadi Prane na Maribe, Raya Kohe, Jati Nile Inho Nahi Jive. As a last alternative, the wife suggested that the Nawab, is it Nawab or Nawab? It's Nawab. Nawab, sorry. Nawab, take away Subudhi Raya's chaste and turn him into a Mohammedan. But Hussain Khan replied that if he did this, Subudhi Rai would not leave. So Subudhi Rai was obviously Vaiṣṇava, I guess, and Hussain Khan a Muslim. Stri Marite Chahe Raya Sankate Padila Karonjara panitara mukhe deoyaila. This became a perplexing problem for him because his wife kept requesting him to kill Subhuti Rai. Finally, the Navad sprinkled a little water on Subhuti Rai's head from a pitcher that had been used by a Mohammedan. Okay. Tabe Subhuti Rai sei Chatma Panya Vārāṇasī Aila Sava Visaya Chadiya. Taking the Navad's sprinkled water upon him as an opportunity, Subhuti Rai left his family and business affairs and went to Vārāṇasī. Purport. It appears that Subhuti Rai was a big landholder and a responsible, respectable gentleman. He could not, however, avoid the social misconception that one becomes a Mohammedan when water is sprinkled on one's face from a Mohammedan pitcher. Actually, he was planning to give up his material life and leave his family. Hindu culture recommends 4 divisions: Brahmacharya, Grihastra, Vanaprastha, and Sannyas. Subhuti Rai was thinking of taking sannyas, and by the grace of Krishna, he received this opportunity. He therefore left his family and went to Vārāṇasī. The system of Varna Ashram Dharma is very scientific. If one is directed by the Varna Ashram institution, he will naturally think of retiring from family life at the end of his life. Therefore, sannyas is compulsory at the age of 50. Prachaschita Puchila Tinho Panditera Gane Tan Rakohe Tapta Grita Kanya Chanda Prane. Chada Prane, sorry. When Subhuti Rai consulted the learned Brahmanas at Vārāṇasī, asking them how his conversion to Mohammedanism could be counteracted, they advised him to drink hot ghee and give up his life. Wow, very quite intense. Keha kohe ei nahe alpa dosha haya sunilla rahila raya kariya sansaya. When Subhuti Rai consulted some other Brahmanas, they told him that he had not committed a grievous fault and that consequently he should not drink hot ghee and give up his life. As a result, Subhuti Rai was doubtful about what to do. Tabe Jodi Mahaprabhu Vārāṇasī Aila Tanre Mili Raja Apana Britanta Kahila. In his state of perplexity, Subhuti Rai met Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu when the Lord was at Vārāṇasī. Subhuti Rai explained his position and asked Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu what he should do. Prabhu kohe, Ihan haite jaha Vrindavana, Nirantara kara Krishna nama sankirtana. The Lord advised him, go to Vrindavana and chant the Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra constantly. Purport. This is a solution to all sinful activities. In this age of Kali, everyone is perplexed by so many inconveniences, social, political, and religious. And naturally, no one is happy. Due to the contamination of this age, everyone has a very short life. There are many fools and rascals who advise people to adopt this way of life or that way of life. But real liberation from life perplexities means preparation from the next life. Tata dehantara praktir diras tatra na mujati. One should be situated in his spiritual identity and return home back to Godhead. The simplest method for this recommended herein by Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu. We should constantly chant the holy names of the Lord, the Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra. Following in the footsteps of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu, this Krishna consciousness movement is recommending this process all over the world. We are saying, chant the Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra Be freed from all the complexities of life and realize Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Engage in his devotional service and perfect your life so that you can return home back to Godhead. Eka nama vase tomara papa dosha jave, ara nama laite Krishna charana paive. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu further advised Subhuti Rai, begin chanting the Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra, the Hare Kṛṣṇa mantra, and when you chanting is almost pure, all your sinful reactions will go away. After you chant perfectly, you will get shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna. Purport: the 10 kinds of offenses should be considered. In the beginning, when one is initiated into chanting of the Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra, there are naturally many offenses. However, the devotee should be very careful to avoid these offenses and chant purely. This does not mean that the Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra is sometimes pure and sometimes impure. Rather, the chanter is impure due to material contamination. He has to purify himself so that the holy names will be perfectly effective. Chanting the holy name of the Lord inoffensively will help one get immediate shelter at Krishna's lotus feet. This means that by chanting purely, one will immediately be situated on the transcendental platform. We should note, however, that according to Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu's instructions, one should not wait to purify himself before chanting the Hare Kṛṣṇa mantra. Whatever our condition may be, we should begin chanting immediately. By the power of the Hare Kṛṣṇa mantra, we will gradually be relieved from all material contamination, and we get shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna, the ultimate goal of life. Ara Krishna nama laite Krishna stane stiti, maha patakera haya e prajaschiti. When you are situated at the lotus feet of Krishna, no sinful reactions can touch you. This is the best solution to all sinful activity. Panya Anya Raya Vrindavanera Chalila Prajaga Ayodhya Diya Naimisaranye Aila. Thus receiving the order from Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu to go to Vrindavana, Subhuti Rai left Vārāṇasī and went through Prayag, Ayodhya, and Naimisaranya towards Vrindavan. Katak Divasa Raya Naimisaranye Rahila Prabhu Vrindavana Haite Prayag Jaila. Subhuti Rai, thank you, Prabhu. Subhuti Rai stayed for some time at Naimisaranya. During that time, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu went to Prayag after visiting Vrindavan. Mathura Asiya Raya, Prabhu Bharta Paila, Prabhura Laga Na Panya Mane Bada Dukkha Haila. After reaching Mathura, Subhuti Rai received information of the Lord's itinerary. He became very unhappy because he was not able to contact the Lord. So at that time there was no internet or phone. Shushka Kasta Ani Raya Beche Maturate Pancha Chaya Paisa Haya Eka Boyate. Subhuti Rai would collect dry wood in the forest and take it to the city of Mathura to sell. For each load he would receive 5 or 6 pies. Apane rahe eka paisara chana chavaija, ara paisa vanilla stane rakena dariya. Earning his livelihood by selling dry wood, Subhuti Rai would live on only 1 pice worth of fried chickpeas, and he would deposit whatever other pices he had with some merchant. Duki Vaiṣṇava deki tanre karana bojana, gaudija aila dadhi, bhatha taila mardana. Subhuti Rai used to spend his savings to supply yogurt to Bengali Vaiṣṇavas who came to Mathura. He also gave them cooked rice and oil massages. When he saw a poverty-stricken Vaishnava, he would use his money to feed him. Rupa Goswami aile tanre bahu priti kaila, apana sange lanya dwadasa, vana de kaila. When Rupa Goswami arrived at Mathura, Subhuti Rai, out of love and affection for him, wanted to serve him in so many ways. He personally took Rupa Goswami to see all the 12 forests of Vrindavan. Purport: Srila Rupa Goswami had been a minister of the government of Hussain Shah, and Subhuti Rai was also known to Hussain Shah because as a boy he had been Subhuti Rai's servant. It appeared that Subhuti Rai was elderly, yet while he was living in Mathura, he showed Rupa Goswami the 12 forests of Vrindavan. Masa Matra Rupa Goswami Rahila Vrindavane, Sigra Choli Aila Sanatana Nu Sandane. Rupa Goswami remained in Mathura and Vrindavan for 1 month in the association of Subhuti Rai. After that, he left Vrindavan to search for his elder brother, Sanatan Goswami. Ganga Tira Pate Prabhu Praja Gere Aila Taha Suni Dui Bai Sai Pate Chalila. When Rupa Goswami heard that Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu had gone to Prajag on the road along the banks of the Ganges, both Rupa and his brother Anupama went that way to meet the Lord. Eta Sanatana Gosai Prajage Asiya, Mathura Aila Sarana Raja Pata Diya. After reaching Prajag, Sanatan Goswami, following the order of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu, went to Vrindavan along the public road. Purport: this is especially significant because when Sanatan Goswami went from Bengal to Benares, due to the political situation, he did not go along the public road. After meeting Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu at Benares, however, he was ordered to proceed to Vrindavan along the public road leading to Mathura. In other words, he was advised not to fear for his political situation. Mathurate Subhuti Rai Tahare Milila, Rupa Anupama Kata Sakali Kahila. When Sanatan Goswami met Subhuti Rai at Mathura, Subhuti Rai explained everything about his younger brothers Rupa Goswami and Anupama. Ganga Pate Dui Bai Raja Pate Sanatana, Ataeva Tanha Sane Nahaila Milana. Since Sanatan Goswami went along the public road to Vrindavana, and Rupa Goswami and Anupama went on the road along the Ganges banks, it was not possible for them to meet. Subhuti Rai Bahu Sneha Kore Sanatane, Vyavahara Sneha Sanatana Nahi Mane. Subhuti Rai and Sanatan Goswami knew one another before accepting the renounced order. Therefore, Subhuti Rai showed much affection to Sanatan Goswami, but Sanatan Goswami hesitated to accept his sentiments and affection. Maha Virakta Sanatane Brahmera Vane Prati Brikshe Prati Kunje Rahe Ratri Dine. Being very advanced in the renounced order, Sanatan Goswami used to wander from forest to forest, never taking shelter of any habitation built of a stone. He used to live under trees or beneath bushes both day and night. Mathura Mahatmya Sastra Sangraha Kariya Lupta Tirtha Prakata Kaila Vanete Brahmiya. Srila Sanatana Goswami collected some books about archaeological excavations in Mathura, and wandering in the forest, he sought to renovate all those holy places. So this was under the instructions of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu to find the lost holy places. Ei mata sanatana brindavanete rahila, Rupa Goswami dui bai kasite aila. Sanatana Goswami remained in Vrindavan, and Rupa Goswami and Anupama returned to Vārāṇasī. Maharashtriya duija sekara misra tapana tina jana saha Rupa karila milana. When Rupa Goswami arrived at Vārāṇasī, he met the Maharashtrian Brahmana Chandrasekhara and Tapana Mishra. So maybe we can continue with this tomorrow and hear more about when Rupa Goswami is staying at Vārāṇasī. Jai Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta ki jai, Śrīla Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu ki jai, Śrīla SC Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. And we can read a little bit from Srila Gurudev's book, Divine Guidance, by His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev-Goswami Maharaj. And we are in the chapter called, have you been reading from this book? It's in a different page every time.
Yes, yes. Right, when I did the reading the other day.
Okay. So we are going to follow up on that little arrow there. So it's the chapter is called Sweet Service, 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 which is quite relevant to us, our daily service life. Jai Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Deva Goswami Maharaj ki jai. So just continue here where you left. Chapter 6, Sweet Service, Service, Service. Devotee, I noticed that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada were engaged in defeating the Brahmanas by showing that Vaiṣṇavas are above Brahmanas. In the meetings, that the stalwart Brahmanas accepted defeat, but afterwards they all forgot. Is this because it is a hidden treasure and can only be received from the self-realized souls? If it is not the case, then after being defeated, they would surely remember that Vaiṣṇavas are above mere Brahmanism, and they would follow that. So this is a question, and Srila Gurudev is replying, Srila Govinda Maharaj is replying, yes. Also, it is true that so many saw the Vishwarup of Krishna, Karna, Duryodhana, Dushasan. They all saw the Vishwarup of Krishna, and they were stunned. They were surprised at what they saw, but they thought it to be magic, the magic of Krishna. Dhritarashtra also very eagerly wanted to see that. In Mahabharata, he said, "O Krishna, everyone is seeing your Vishwarup, but I cannot see because I have no eyes. Please give me eyes for 5 or 10 seconds because I want to see that." Krishna replied, "It is not necessary for me to give you eyes. If I say you should see, Then Dhritarashtra saw the wonderful universal form of Krishna. He then bowed down to Krishna, but afterwards he forgot everything. A devotee recently wrote to me with an important question. He asked, "What is the position of Gurudev?" We see in the scripture, Saksat Daritvena Samastra Sastraya. Gurudev is non-different from Krishna, but elsewhere, the scriptures give Acharya Mam Vijanijam Namam Manjeta Karhichit. Krishna says, "I am Guru. I reveal myself in the form of Guru." And in another place, we see that the position of Gurudev is given as Saksat, Baladev, non-different from Baladev. Gurudev is non-different from Nityananda Prabhu, and Nityananda Prabhu is non-different from Baladev. The devotee worships his Gurudev as Baladev, as Nityananda Prabhu. In yet another place, the scripture says that Gurudev is Srimati Radharani. We can know too that Baladev has a form as Manjari, Ananga Manjari. So that is truth, and how to harmonize it. This was the question posed by that devotee. So how to harmonize it? It is necessary to harmonize everything. Then we can understand what is what. First, it is necessary to see what is the position of Krishna. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the first position. When we try to realize the position of Gurudev, at first we should see the main glow, that everything emanates from him, and he from whom everything emanates is Krishna. But Krishna is not alone. He is Swasakti Saktiman. Krishna is with his power. When Krishna is and his power come to play, his form is Radha Krishna. It is not that this is happening just for some time, but it is eternal. It is not that yesterday this happened, but the previous day Krishna was alone. No. Everything is eternal and transcendental, so everything is living within consciousness. And that consciousness is Krishna consciousness. And Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the first thing we are to consider. Also, in another place we see, Yadyapi Ashrija Nitya Chit Shakti Vilasa. Nobody can create his pastimes, and Krishna also does not create them. His pastimes are eternal, therefore nobody created them. The Supreme Personality with his power is eternal, and that power is sometimes attached with Krishna and sometimes detached. When detached, still there is full power with Krishna. Devotee, that last sentence is very difficult to understand. Srila Govinda Maharaj, there is power and there is the powerful. If you detach power from the powerful, is there still power with the powerful? Devotee, yes. Srila Govinda Maharaj, with the powerful there is full power, even though power may be detached from the powerful, and that is called achintya, incomprehensible. Devotee, do Amsa expansions such as Vaibhava Vilas also follow this principle, in that he expands into other forms but without him becomes diminished? Srila Govinda Maharaj, yes. An example is given by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. If from one candle another candle is lit, the second candle is full with its power, but without any loss from the original candle. Radha Krishna Eka Atma dui deha dori, anyonje vilase rasa aswadana kori. Sei dui eka eve Caitanya-Goswami, rasa aswadite donhe haila eka tani. This is from Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta Madhya-līlā, 457 and 456 and 57. Radha and Krishna, the power and the powerful, are inseparable. Oh my goodness. Inseparable. Sorry. Thank you, Prabhu. But when they want to play, they can exert themselves separately. He is full with power, and she, his power, is also full with power. That is the point. When Krishna wants to have pastimes, the fair manifestation of his energy is Baladev, Mul Sankarsan. He comes out from Krishna, Prabhav Vilas. From Radharani automatically come Yogamaya. Yogamaya is Mul Sankarsan, comes out at the same time. So Yogamaya and Mul Sankarsan come out at the same time. Yogamaya takes charge of the playing ground, like the referee. She makes the rules and regulations, etc., in a way which will please Krishna, and by her will, everything immediately manifests accordingly. When Krishna wishes to play, immediately everything is manifest and managed by Yogamaya. Baladev takes the charge of all administration, and he delegates charge to Yogamaya. From the powerful comes Sankarsan, and from Radharani comes Yogamaya. Devotee, Sankarsana is one of the names of Balaram? Yes, Mul Sankarsan, the original Sankarsan. Devotee, and afterwards, so many other Sankarsanas are manifested. It's a question here. And afterwards, so many other Sankarsanas are manifested? Srila Govinda Maharaj, yes, the Chaturvyuha. There are many expansions of Krishna and many expansions of Radharani. Prabhav Vilas, Vaibhav Vilas, etc. But in the higher plane are playing Radha Krishna, Sankarsana and Yogamaya. These four participate there. Devotee, the Chaturvyuha are not in Goloka Vrindavan? Srila Govinda Maharaj, no, they are in Vaikuntha. When Goloka Vrindavan comes down to this mundane world and shows its flame, those pastimes can be revealed in Vaikuntha or anywhere. They have such power, and everything is full, Purna. In the Vedas it is written, Om Purnam Ada Purnam Idam, Purnat Purnam Udajyate, Purnasya Purnam Adaya Purnam Evapsisyate. Krishna is full and Radharani is full. When the power comes out from the powerful, that power is also full. The play of that plane progresses with a continual cycle of thesis, antithesis, and synthesis. Devotee, even there, Srila Guru Maharaj said that all problems start from above. Srila Govinda Maharaj. But nothing there is bad or wrong. All, whether they are possessors of power or power itself, they worship for the satisfaction of the supreme power and powerful Radha Krishna. We are trying to satisfy the powerful, and in the extreme position, we can see that Radharani holds the highest position of power in trying to satisfy Krishna. Devotee, is this why even Nityananda Prabhu wants to expand himself as a Manjari, an Anga Manjari? He comes from the power, but he wants to give service to the powerful? Srila Govinda Maharaj, yes. Nityananda Prabhu, Jai Shri Guru Gauranga, Radha, Shri Guru Gauranga Sundar Radha Giridhar Yuki Jai. Srila Govinda Maharaj answers, yes, Nityananda Prabhu himself enjoys Madhura Ras as Mul Sankarsan, Balaram, but he enjoys for the satisfaction of Krishna. Yes, You want to blow the conch? You want to blow the conch? Okay, okay. Devotee, is Balaram's rasa dance of a different mood than Krishna rasa dance? Srila Govinda Maharaj, yes. Krishna is living in Balaram's heart. When Balaram engages in Rasa-līlā, Krishna's Rasa-līlā is playing within. Another example is that a person may become aged by body, but the mind may remain young in mood. An aged man may not have the physical capacity to act like a young man, but his mentality remains as a young man's. Sometimes he may hold even more of a youthful mentality than a young man. That power of willing has a position in the play of Krishna, and that is the form of a gopi. That power of willing has a position in the play of Krishna, and that is in the form of a gopi. When Sankarsana wants to satisfy Krishna in Madhura Ras, he cannot do that in the form of a male body. He must therefore transform and go under the guidance of Srimati Radharani. We will also find there the form of Gurudev. What is Gurudev doing? He is giving service to Krishna. For the satisfaction of Krishna, he gives us a robe to rescue us, and he takes us as a flower offering to the lotus feet of Krishna. Baladev is the first Guru. If we can see Baladev, we should see that he is the first Guru, and he wants to take us and offer us to the lotus feet of Krishna. We should see that Baladev is Guru. When we see the power of Krishna, we will see that she is the highest. Jai Srila Gurudev ki Jai. When we see the power of Krishna, we see that she is the highest, and she gives the highest satisfaction to the mind of Krishna. She satisfies him to the extreme, seeing that the devotee very much hanker to receive such a chance of service. Immediately they search out the possibility, and they follow the Sakis and Manjaris, and in this way the service goes to Radharani. Srimati Radharani gives the highest satisfaction to Krishna. She is the master of the ocean of Madhura Ras. She is the proprietor of that property. Therefore everyone, even Baladev, if they want to satisfy Krishna supremely, they must go under her guidance. But Radharani does not give anything directly to anyone because she does not have the time. She is always busy for the satisfaction of Krishna, and she always wants ingredients for the service of Krishna. Her suppliers are the Asta Sakis. The Sakis not only supply various items for service, but they make many things also. They make many very nice preparations. From potatoes, they make thousands and thousands of varieties of preparations for offering. In this way, they make many things for the satisfaction of Radharani, and Radharani worships Krishna with this. Sometimes Krishna is very naughty, and Krishna wants to meet with the Sakis, but they do not want direct union with Krishna. The Sakis do not have that type of mentality. The only concern is with the satisfaction of Krishna. They know that Krishna is fully satisfied with Radharani, and they supply everything. But Radharani herself, for the happy, varied play, offers the Sakis to Krishna. She pushes them to have his direct association, and the Sakis participate with Krishna for the satisfaction of Radharani, not for the satisfaction of Krishna. The Vrindavan Lila of Krishna goes on in this way. One who wants the full satisfaction of his transcendental service life must take the position of a female. Actually, all Jiva souls are female by intrinsic nature, because they are Shakti, Jiva Shakti. Obtaining a female form, they aspire to join the Lila of Radha Krishna. They always pray for the mercy of the Sakis and Manjaris. Krishna is not their master, but he is a player, a participant. The Sakis take the position of master. They know in which way Krishna will be satisfied, and they make arrangements accordingly. The Sakis take the guidance of Radharani and try to satisfy Krishna accordingly. They are exclusive servants of Radharani. They are happy, and Krishna is also happy with them in that way. And there goes on with many more questions, further questions about this topic. So we will stop here. This is Srila Gurudev's sweet guidance, divine sweet guidance by Srila Gurudev, which we take in our hearts and go on in our service life. Jai Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev-Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Devananda Prabhu, Didi, you want to sing? Lead us with Hare Kṛṣṇa Krishna? Yeah? Page 60. So we have a special devotee here with us from Ireland, all the way from Ireland. It's Krishna Nandini Didi. She came to stay with us for a few days. And she's going to sing Hare Kṛṣṇa Krishna, please. 60. Hariharaya Nama Krishnaya Davaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Kesavaya Namaha.
Gopala Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana.
Giridhari Gopi
Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta Madhya Shiva Sadhikaur Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Rupa Sanatana Bhakta
Dev-Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Saraswati jai. Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta ki jai. Namacharya Śrī Hare ki jai. Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta ki jai. Dev-Goswami ki jai. And our Vārāṇasī pranam to all the devotees worldwide ki jai. And have a wonderful day in association of the devotees and Krishna consciousness ki jai. Hare Kṛṣṇa.